Hey guys, how you going? It's Taylor here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I thought I would talk about my experiences with what is known as sudden sensorineural hearing loss. So on the morning of December 6th of 2025, so only roughly about 2 months from when I'm making this video, I woke up just any other Saturday morning, but I couldn't hear anything from my left ear at all. A little bit panicked and freaked out. I was unsure what it was. It felt like part of my left part of my body had been separated, and I just couldn't hear anything. It was just such a disorientating and unusual feling that I wasn't really sure what was going on. So I thought I would get down to a local GP who diagnosed me with just a general sinus infection and blockage in my middle ear. So I started like a very low dose of steroids to try and overcome this, but with a bit more further research and a bit more of a feeling of something's not quite right, I thought it'd be best practice to go get a hearing test to see how severe the blockage was, or if they could diagnose me with something else. And within 5 minutes of doing the hearing test, the technician there alerted me to say that I have something a little bit more serious and to go speak to an ear, nose and throat specialist immediately. So yeah, that's how we got to the point of me being diagnosed with this sudden sensorineural hearing loss. So as you can see from the test results that I'll put up on the screen, I've had quite a dramatic drop of hearing. Sudden sensorineural hearing loss generally is anything of like 30 dB and more over like a 72-hour period. I'm not going to get into the technicalities of it, as I'm definitely not qualified to do so, but I've learned a fair bit over this process. So feel free to comment down below if you have any questions. Either I will point you into the right direction to some other videos on YouTube that are actually better at helping diagnose this, or pointing you in the right direction of ways to treat it. All I know is that it is very vital not to take your time in the process of getting this diagnosis and treatment, because I've been told several times that the quicker you act, the better the results will be. So the purpose of this video isn't for me to give you the medical information regarding sudden sensory neural hearing loss. Yeah, I thought what I would do is I would document on here my journey with it, it's quite a tough thing to take, because I am an aspiring musician, mix engineer, YouTuber within the realms of music. So losing hearing in one ear is quite a dramatic and unusual thing. So I thought, why not document this, the journey of kind of figuring out the unique ways that I have to kind of navigate things in terms of mixing, songwriting, just general ear care, and yeah, just bits and pieces as I go through it, because as I've seen on a few YouTube videos that are more going into the medical side of things, there's a lot of people that are struggling and going through with very similar things to me, and they're also experiencing tinnitus, which is another symptom of this, is that, which is quite common in the music industry, but mainly from being exposed to loud noises for a long time. But tinnitus is quite a all-consuming thing as well. So I thought I would, document my journeys with it all, and hope to be maybe a bit of a barometer for people that are kind of going through something similar, or are finding this video after the fact of being diagnosed, or are wondering, does your life end after losing hearing in one ear? I can tell you right now, it doesn't. And yeah, I thought we should go through a bit of the treatments that I've been going through, and where I'm at today with my journey. So a key thing with sudden sensorineural hearing loss is that you also suffer from tinnitus as well. So I've got tinnitus in my left ear as well as the hearing loss. Yeah, I thought I would prepare a few clips manipulating the audio a bit to kind of see where I'm at today. So I thought this would be quite useful if you wanted to show, say, a loved one or a family member kind of like how you're hearing, if you're suffering from this too, if it's quite similar to mine. So I recommend putting headphones on. So it's going to be, the right-hand side is going to be the side affected. I've had to do that for me, so when I put headphones on, they sound exactly the same. So just note that. I'll put them at the end of this video, so keep watching, and then you can show your loved ones if it's quite similar to what you're suffering. I think that this is quite a good exercise, so people can kind of understand where you're at. And yeah, I'll put them at the end. So skip forward to that if you want. If not, keep watching to follow along with my journey. In terms of treatment for this, again, I'll keep saying I am not in any way medically qualified to recommend or do anything. Go and find that on your own. This is just what I've been told from my ear, nose and throat specialist and other professionals. So what I've had, and it was all within the first 72 hours that all this started to happen, which I know is the most important period. I think 2 weeks they were generally saying that you have to get on top of this. So I was getting steroid injections into the tympanic membrane of my inner ear. So I've had 3 of them at this point today. I think they only recommend 3 because there is obviously a risk because you're getting a needle into your inner ear. Hey guys, I thought I'd jump in just as I'm editing this video. I forgot to include a treatment for this. I was on also oral steroids, quite aggressive ones, for 2 weeks. Yeah, they were no fun. But yeah, pretty important to probably outline that they were quite helpful, and yeah, I felt like they had quite a good effect in terms of recovery in that 2 week period, the first 2 weeks whilst I was taking them and getting the other treatment. I definitely had my biggest growth. And then the week the week I first came off them oral steroids, I think that was probably the week where I had the most growth and I felt human again. Yeah, oral steroids are absolutely no joke. But thankfully I took them because I think they were able to get me back to where I'm at today. And whilst having them, I had them over a 3 week period. So first week and second week and third week. Whilst having that, I spent 2 hours a day, every day, Monday to Friday, in a hyperbaric chamber where I was, I'll see if I can put a photo up, which it was quite a scary experience to start off, but you kind of, the most scariest part, I guess, of being in this hyperbaric chamber was the fact that you're with your own thoughts for 2 hours. Yeah, so with all this treatment, it was quite a cathartic experience. When you have something wrong with you, I guess the best practice is to kind of get out and actively try and fix the issue at hand. And it kind of felt like I was going to gym or something to get fitter or healthier. I was actively at these appointments every single day for 2 hours working on my hearing. So, yeah, I think that the fact that I acted on everything relatively quickly, and I was lucky enough to get into all the medical practitioners as quickly as possible, I found myself kind of optimistic that I would get to a better point in terms of hearing. So where am I at today after the 3.5 weeks of treatment? I in no means am out of the woods yet. I think from everything that I've been told, you've kind of got a 3-month window of recovery. I'm still recovering. I'm a lot better in terms of I've got some general volume. It's mainly in the low frequencies. I'll put up my second hearing test up here, and just to show you guys that there is an element of improvement. It's nothing dramatic, but what it is in the lower range frequencies, all the lower range frequencies made me very much more aware of my surroundings, and I could hear, like, if a car came past me, which at the start I couldn't hear anything. But I'm still lacking a lot of clarity frequencies. So as you can see, anywhere from, essentially, if I played like a sine wave, a sine note signal, and it swept through the whole range of frequencies, I can hear it completely normal until we get to about 1.3K. And once I get to the 1.3K, it's just like the sound disappears to nothing with the damage that's happened to my cochlea. It's essentially the louder things get, the more distorted and distortion is at them frequencies. So amplifying it to see if I can hear something really loud, which is highly dangerous when your ear's recovering. It just would get to more of like a really distorted and kind of painful sound. So if I went to put like a blender on, all them top range frequencies that are coming from the blender would just crunch and it was quite an aggressive tone. So sudden sensorineural hearing loss is actually an idiosyncratic disease where they don't know the cause and they don't have a cure. So it's kind of whatever your body's capable of doing within a certain 3-month period of time is kind of where you get at. And then it's on just things that are like hearing aids and all of that to kind of supplement your hearing. I'm yet to go through that process, but I'll keep you up to date with how it's going. But if anyone watching this video is in the medical field of looking into this is also me reaching out to say that I'm a healthy young male, and I am willing and ready to try anything to get my hearing back. So I don't know if this is a lifeline out to nothing, but I'm willing to go anyway, do anything to kind of attack my hearing and get it back, or help other people try and find a cure, or I don't know. I don't really know, because I'm not in the medical field trying to cure this, but I would love to be involved in some way possible. So if someone by chance watches this video, feel free to reach out. I will put my email in the description. I would absolutely love to be involved in potentially being a person who either that gets cured or helps find a cure. All my treatment now is finished, and I'm kind of at a holding pattern. I've got another hearing test coming up soon and a few more appointments just to see where I'm at. But I think the main indicators that I wanted to get across is that this video is, one, not for sympathy. It's to document and to kind of give people a bit of information that, especially in like the music community, that if they experience something like this, to act upon it straight away. And as it seems like the world's biggest disaster at the time, it's going to be all right. You find ways to overcome it, and I'm going to find ways to overcome it and try and make workarounds best for what I'm trying to achieve here on this YouTube channel and with music. I'm already well into that. I'm finding the challenges something that it's giving me purpose and strength to kind of get through this, to kind of hopefully find ways to get around with my life normal within the realms of music. And I'm hoping that this video and my videos going forward are going to be helpful with you guys if you're experiencing this too. So if you wanted to follow along with my journey of sudden sensorineural hearing loss, just please, I guess the best way to do that and help encourage me to keep actively trying to overcome this and create music, create videos, keep going forward is probably to subscribe, maybe comment, and like the video, so I know that it's going to, like, it gives me a good purpose and a good reason why to keep trying to attack music head on, even though right now it's probably the one thing that I'm finding hardest to take part of, because it's just my life's kind of it's gone to mono. It's turned upside down a little bit. But so thanks everyone for watching this video. Again, I got to reiterate, I'm not a medical professional, but if you are experiencing sudden hearing loss, be it extreme or not extreme, best thing you can do is go to a doctor, outline your concerns. If they aren't concerned but you continue to be, go and get a hearing test. It'll provide you with all the information, and they are very well versed in this because it is becoming more common. So guys, I'll be back soon with a lot more music and videos. Follow along and keep up to date with my journey. Cheers, guys.
Sharp as nails up there. You can't put anything past them. Oh my God, dude, I'm freaking out. I am so stressed out. I feel like I'm having a panic attack.
You want to talk about stress? You want to talk about stress? Okay? I've stumbled onto a major company conspiracy, Mac. How about that for stress?
What the hell are you talking about?
This company is being bled like a stuck pig, Mac, and I got a paper trail to prove it. Check this out.